Finally, these level 2 Deuces Wild hands are starting to feel manageable instead of overwhelming. All that practice is paying off, and I think we're almost ready for the next challenge. I'm Smak, and this is Deuces Wild training number 9, more level 2 strategy. But everything feels different now. The complex wildcard situation that used to stump me are becoming second nature, and our decision making is getting sharper with each session. We're in the middle tier of our 3-level system, but honestly, I'm starting to think about level 3, the final frontier. The hardest scenario this game can throw at us. Let's see how we handle today's hands first. And starting off, we got a 10 jack suited. There's a 9, but the 9's not going to help. We'll do a 10 jack. And we'll hit a jack and a deuce. If you're new here, basically we're just going through using the simulator. This is expected value here, how much you will get returned. Each game would be 5 credits. So with this hand, we would average 1.9. However, we hit 5, so we're good. It'll also show the best hands to hold, and it'll let me know if I'm not making a perfect decision. Here we're going to go through and hold 3 kings, because 3 of a kind is a winning hand already, so we're going to hold that. Unfortunately, not get better, but we'll keep it. Here we have nothing. This is a complete redraw. There's nothing worthwhile, so let's draw it up. And no hit there. We had a moment there, took a second. We do have 4 to a flush, which would be a 3.8. Ace Queen's nice, but it's not strong enough. So we would go through and hold this at 3.8. And that 3.8 actually ended up being 15 because we did hit, which is really nice. And here you can see after that, the next choice was to completely redraw. Here we go, just gotta ask nicely. Here we have a pair of 4s. There is something to say for ace 3, 4 of hearts, but keep in mind we would need a 2, and a 2 is wild. So when you need a 2 to be itself, it's not as good. So because of that, we would hold the pair as well, because the pair is pretty strong. 2.7, I believe. Here we go, 2.7. And we have some jacks. We'll hold the pair of jacks. I'm hoping to go very far without making a mistake, and yes, I did just jinx myself again. Here there is nothing to hold after I quadruple checked. Redraw. Oh, we're gonna hit something there. Still nothing. No suited here. Nothing close enough. And these are level 2 hands, so we are considering going to level 3. If I do well today, I'll let you know at the end of the video. We're definitely holding the deuce. A deuce alone is about 5 EV, so we always want to have 5 expected value because that's the bet back. That's a good one. The 6-9, I think it's too far apart. If it was 7-9, I think it would be more of an option. So here we go, 5, and the 9-6 was 4.7, so I was right. It was very, very close. I'm trying to use all my brain power to not mess up today. Can we go the whole time without making a mistake? We will see. I know Jack 9 King is not that strong because it doesn't have the royal, and it is a double gapper with no 2s. I mean, it's decent, but it's not as strong as the flush draw at 3.8. Yeah, 1.9 for the 9 Jack King. Here we have queens. Nothing else is hitting me. Let's go with the queens. Also, if this is going too fast for you, you definitely want to go through and do the other episodes first. We have the whole playlist, which is really nice start to finish. And this is an interesting hand because yes, we have kings. So let's look at the kings first. Kings are winning, so we're guaranteed 5. However, that's a 9.3 EV for having 3 kings. But we also have this, which is pretty interesting. We have the 9, we have the queen, king, and then we have a wild for a 10 or a jack. So we need a 10 a hearts, a jack of hearts, a hearts, a 9, a 10, or a 10, a jack, or a deuce. There's a lot of cards that can hit for the straight flush. Straight flush would be 45, and this is definitely one of the more challenging hands they've sent me. 45. And you'd be holding this. You'd have a good chance of also getting three of a kind as well. Usually you don't break up a winner, but this is questionable. If this 9 was a 10, this would be, I would already have chosen and held what I have currently. But it is a 9, so the royal is out of the area. You know, there's no royal draw. There's only the straight flush draw. And 45 is nice, but we're already at 9. Is the EV higher than 9 is the question. I think I'm going to play it safe, and I'm going to go for the 3 kings. It's so close in my mind. It might not be really close. We'll find out in a moment. But in my mind, it's so close because, you know, we could also get a 4th king. We could get a 5th king. The EV's already at 9. I'm thinking the EV, on the other hand, is around 7.7. But that's just a random number that's popping out in my head. I don't know if it's correct. Again, you have the 9, so the royal isn't there. It's the straight flush draw. Straight, the flush, 3 of a kind, or bust. It's so close. In the casino, I'd probably just go with this. Since we're trying to be perfectionists and get 100, I'm going to go with this and see what happens. And I'm still not sure. I got it right. Look how close that is. That is insanely close. Now, I'm going to be honest. I cut a lot of the dead air out in between hands, and I sat here for about a minute and a half. I didn't cheat or anything, but I just used my mind. And, you know, the reason I chose the kings is because of the 9 of hearts. If that would have been a 10 of hearts, big difference. But it was extremely close. If that could have been a different way, it would probably be higher. Did you get that right? That's going to be the thumbnail for sure, because that is one of the most difficult hands I've seen so far. That's great. Breaking up a winner or not. A lot of times you don't. It's rare you do. I feel like you usually only do it if it's a royal flush draw. You know, 4 deuces, I guess? I don't know, since this is Deuces Wild. Anyway, let's switch gears here. We have 3/8. Yes, we have this as well, but 3/8 is much more stronger. And like I said, we're already at that EV of 9.3, so let's roll. And you can see here, this was 5.3 for the 7/8 of hearts with the deuce. So that's still stronger than a redraw and still stronger than just having a deuce, but it's not as good as having the 3/8. 2 pair. We're never splitting up 2 pair in Deuces Wild. Something I didn't know and I used to do all the time. Interesting hand. I don't see anything worthwhile though. Remember, I might go a little slow here and there because I am trying not to make a mistake. Pair of 4s is 2.7. However, a flush is 3.8, so we would hold the flush over the pair of 4s. I do see a straight flush draw here. However, it's also a lower one, so the 2's involved, so we won't go for that. So here we're going to hold for the flush. And here we go, 3.8, 2.7, and 2.0. So we pretty much had them down. I'm on point today like a number 2 pencil. Let's go with these 7s and see how they go. That's odd. Sorry, the cards make me do it. Replay, okay. Well, I know this one because I just went through a similar hand. 2.7 for that, 3.8 for the flush. The 10 queen 9 is nice, but there's no deuces, so that really changes things up. So it's just gonna be the flush. Here you can see 3.8, 2.7. I like that sound. A lot of times you'll just hold the deuce, but if we have a pair, we're definitely going to hold the deuce with the pair because now we're winning. Let's go through and see how many more 9s we can get. And yeah. Okay. 7, 8. No, there's not a gut shot. King 10's not suited. Redraw. That was one of those ones that looks good, but you're not sure, and then you got to kind of dig into it a little more, and you're like, oh yeah, that's not very good. You would hold this if this was an 8, but this isn't an 8, so it's just the deuce. Oh wait, hold on. We do have something else here. We have 7, 9 with the deuce. So is that higher than 5? I think it is. So I'm going to risk my perfect streak on that. And we got it. 5.1 versus 4.95. So close. Almost missed it too. And you can see if you're looking at the 7, 9, 10 2, wondering where that at, it's at 4.1. And yet it's surprising that a gut shot with a wild, because then it's technically not a gut shot, is so low. But that's something that took me a while to learn. As you've probably seen if you've seen the other videos, 5, 6 is interesting. Is it good enough? Oh man, that's close. I feel like it is, but I don't want to make a mistake. Borderline, because 5, 6 goes 4, 3, 2. So a 2 is involved, but I know when it's like 3 away, it's usually not as bad. So is this expected value higher than 1.7? 1.6. I feel like I got to take this. I feel like everything is telling me to take it, but I also have a big feeling it's wrong. There goes the perfect streak. 1.57 versus 1.43. It was wrong. It would cost every $1.25. It would cost 4 cents. So if I got this hand, 10 times a day and I played a whole lot, that would be 40 cents a day over every day. And that does drag you down. It must be 6, 7 that you start holding, because it is really close. Or maybe it's even 7, 8. 7, 8 for sure, but 6, 7 I think. I forgot to uncheck it. Here we have our infamous King 10. So what I could tell you about King 10 is sometimes you hold it, sometimes you don't, and I don't really know why. I thought it was because if you have like an extra club, King 10's not as strong, so then you don't hold it, but that has not been the case. So watch, this time we won't hold it. Oh, we do hold it. See how close it is? It's about a 1 cent mistake. Either way, we didn't hit though. But at least we didn't get it wrong. A10's interesting, but without a deuce, it's not as strong. Ooh, going below 3,500. I know what you're thinking. I know. Let's go through and roll with a deuce only. Yeah. And land a straight. How about that? Here we go with the 5s. We did not hit the 4 deuces yet this series. I was really hoping we would. What did I say last time? 5, 6 is what I got wrong, right? So then I was questioning if 6, 7 would be it. And I was like unsure. Like I'm like 7, 8, yes. 6, 7, maybe. 6, 7! I'm doing the motion right now. You just can't see it. Let's go. Yeah, let's do it. All right, it's not 6, 7. This is the same amount, 4 cents. I thought it would be closer. It seems like it's the same as the 5, 6 was. Okay. Some hands, they didn't give me a whole lot of recently, and those are the ones that I'm gonna be a little rusty on. All right, we've got this wrong before because we did this, and I know you don't do that. Even though it's a straight flush draw, your deuces are in the middle, so it makes them weaker. We just want the deuces because we're hoping for 2 more deuces to hit the big one. So we're gonna set the deuces looses. Oh, close, so close. We got the 3rd one, but then we did not. Even this 3 kind of hurts because we would have had a royal there too. We'll continue our quest. We've got 3 deuces several times though. This is interesting. 3, 4, 5. No. Not that interesting. I thought it was. Got the 7. Deuce was 5.0. Riding in my 5.0. Can we get a snowman before it starts snowing? You know what? It actually started snowing here yesterday. There was snowflakes falling. I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Jack King is interesting, because I don't think I've had Jack King suited in a long time. I believe you do hold King Jack. No, I meant to say, I believe you do hold King Queen. The King Jack is separated. I mean, you hold King 10. So I would assume you hold King Jack. Yeah, King Jack. Let's go. 4 kings. I almost talked myself out of that. I was about to unselect and I was like, wait, we hold King 10. That's a no-brainer. You hold King Jack. Here you go, 1.73 above the, I call it 1.6, but it's 1.594 to be exact. This doesn't work. King 10 is the farthest it stretches, and sometimes it doesn't even stretch that. We're gonna do trees. And we got trees. This is out. This is 6, 7. No, it's too far. These were a little closer. It would be better. Imagine if I would have held them, I would have hit the flush. But either way, got it straight. Still good enough. I had some royal potential in the beginning. Nope. Again, almost a royal. We need a big hit because we're going down a bit. E9's interesting, but you don't hold that. But you hold King 10. I'm in this scenario again. King 10, there's an extra diamond, but they still say to hold it. It appears when you hold King 10. And now it's not right because I'm an idiot. There's always one that I know, but I mess up every video. I just don't see it sometimes, and this is the one. Like, I was looking at that King 10 so hard, I was burning holes in my screen. So this is a gut shot. You always hold a gut shot above redrawing. And the King 10, we did not hold this. It's actually a redraw over the King 10 in this situation. Maybe because there's a 9? I guess maybe the 9 is interfering. And maybe the 9 is the reason you don't hold the King 10, because there's an extra diamond and there's a 9. We had something like that in Jacks or better, so maybe it's that. Anyway, we're gonna hold all 4 here and miss. Here we go. All that thinking. King Queen is in here, which is nice, but pocket kings, much better. Especially when you get the 3rd one. We keep getting this area. Like an 8 of hearts and then 2 low hearts. Let's see. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. We do not have a gut shot. That's a redraw. A replay, you say? It's this. I know, because I've got it wrong so many times. 10s. Give me a 10. Nope. See, if I don't ask for the 3s, they don't give them to me. All right, we got a deuce. It's nice. We have a 10 jack of diamonds. Sometimes we just want to hold the deuce, but with a 10 jack of diamonds, we have royal draw. You know, your eyes start lighting up like diamonds. You can't wait to see what happens. And then we hit that button and we get let down. Kind of how it works. It's called gambling. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gut shot. No. Turn upside down. We got aces on the end. Field goal. Here we go. Got one in the middle. 10s again. 5, 6 we know does not work. They will not trick me again with that, at least today. And nothing else looks good, so we'll redraw. We have a gut shot here. 7, 8, 9, 10 jack. Also, if you're interested in playing this, I have a link down below. It's an affiliate link, helps me out. It's free to play, and you can go through and practice as much as you want. The pro trainer on the side here is paid for, so keep that in mind, but you can still do the stuff in the center with no charge. Also, I do give away 1 pro trainer a month. So if you're interested in that, all you gotta do is like, comment, and subscribe. I will pick a comment, and if I'll reply to the winner. Just get back to me. I'll tell you how you pick it up if you win. It's important to check your comments because I currently have a winner that is not replying. I must have got this wrong before. Where are we at here with this? This is nice. This is what I would think. This would be 4.7. This would be 5 almost. It's got to be this. Yeah, 5.1. Nothing. Wait, 8.7? 8.7. It wasn't 5.6. It wasn't 6.7. But is it 7.8 or 8.7? It's not. Okay. I guess it's 8.9 where it starts at. Maybe it's even 9.10. It might even be 9.10. I kind of think it is now that I'm thinking about it. 3-cent mistake. And that would have been a big mistake if we held it that time. We would not have got a win. No. Can we hit some? At least we got a pair this time to start. That's something. And it's something a little more, especially because we've been going down. So when it goes down like this, a lot of times it will bounce back. I actually play really fast when it starts winning. Because I'm like, I must play fast. Because if I play fast, it seems like the winning streak keeps going. I know I'm crazy, but that's what I think. Don't do this because the 2 would need to be used as a 2 of hearts. Almost. This tree was in the way. Okay. That's interesting. Straight flush, but we'd have to use the 2 naturally, which wouldn't work. We're going to go for the winning hand, which is 3 threes. Yeah, the odds really hate when you try to use a 2 as itself. Anytime you want to do that, it's usually the wrong thing to do. I've noticed that. Five, 6, 7? No. I'm searching too much. Trying to trick myself. This is a redraw? Is it Jack 9? Did I choose Jack 9 last time? Is it 9, 10, Jack? It's a redraw, isn't it? I feel it's a redraw. How did I get that one wrong? Maybe I held Jack 9. Trying to hold cards after I did the final deal. Some more 3s. Yeah, the casinos have not been treating me well lately, so I'm kind of taking a break this week from them. Redraw. I go maybe like, say like 3 times a month. But now it's getting even less because... What? Oh my gosh, I didn't see the 8s. Because I just feel like the machines are super tight. I don't know, maybe it's just because everything's so expensive lately. Nothing here. I don't know, I've done some mistakes, but I don't think it was anything groundbreaking. I think it's just easy stuff I can fix. Trying to figure out if I want to do one more level 4 or I'm sorry, one more level 2 or go to level 3 next time. It's either this or a redraw. I kind of think it's this. I don't know, let's see. There's no 2, but the 2 is needed. I don't know. It's a shot in the dark. Actually got the 2 of hearts. They do that on purpose. Oh, look how close it is. 0.06 is what that decision was. So that was a tight one. Just a deuce. Let's get 3 more. We got 3 more. We got a 5, and a 2. 3 more 5s. Guess it worked. This is a replay? I don't know why. Oh, that is rough. This might be the thumbnail, and I know what to do. Think about it. Think what you would do in this situation. You have a straight flush dealt to you. A guaranteed 45.0 expected value. Now, that's hard to get rid of. But guess what? Guess what? We don't go for the straight flush. We hold the 3 deuces and we try to get the 4th deuce. Been waiting for this time for some time. I keep talking about it today, about that 4th deuce. About that, you know, 2 of spades. I'm sure it's in this deck somewhere. So I know the EV for 3 deuces is 75, give or take. Sometimes it could be a little different depending what the other cards are. 75 is a lot higher than 45. So we're definitely going to go through and break this up. Remember, straight flush is nice, but 45 credits, that's a little low, I feel, for straight flushes. Let's see what we get. Please think 2 of spades in your mind, even though it's already happened. Maybe it'll change. Maybe it's like a time machine kind of thing, but let's not get into that. Let's go back in time and hit this 2 of spades. And go. What a letdown. I know everyone's going to say, but you should have held it because you had 45 credits and now you only have 20. I hear what you're saying, but the amount of times you hit higher and really high is a lot. Unfortunately, we got a 9 of hearts in here, which really just clogs everything up. The jack, you know, we could have still worked with the jack if we hit the royal, but the 9 really just kills it right away unless we get a deuce on the end, which we did not. Here you can see the expected out value. I said around 75. It's 71.5. Still higher than the 45. If you look at the 45, it's in 4th place. They're saying hold a 3 or hold a 7, which is weird. I would never do either of those. Sometimes it will tell you that just because it's mathematically that way. But you would want every shot you can get to get that deuce. And you can see 48 to 71 is a big leap. So overall, right move. Unlucky. There we go. 3 4s. And also, if you like this training and you want more, I do have a link down below to join as a membership, or just hit join. It is a paid service through YouTube. You get an extra hour-long videos. I got a bunch of them on the training, and I put like a few up each month. Plus, you get a few poker guides and things I've created in the beginning. I'll probably update some more of those soon too. Oh, nothing here. That's so odd. Pair of 5s. 10s. King 10 would have been interesting, but no, 10s is better. There we go. Ace queen, not enough. If that king was a spade, that would have been very nice. Unfortunately, it was not. Wow, we've been rolling along. I need to start wrapping this up. Your mind's probably fried by now, right? I don't see anything in this one. Let's do 5 more hands. And I'll tell you how much we won or lost, and if we're going to level 3 next. Okay, I got this one wrong before. It's just the deuce. I don't know why I got that one wrong. Maybe I'm just on a different level now. Nothing. Pair of 5s. 3 6s. I think that was 5. We'll do one more for good luck. I won't say it. 4. I couldn't help myself. There we go. We ended at 34.15. 34.15. We were 150 credits we lost this session. Now we had some really big hands that didn't pan out, like this 3 deuces, which does make a difference. This would be a total loss of $37.50 if it was actually money, and it would bring us down to 853.75. In this series we started with 1,000, just to give you an idea, and we're playing almost perfectly, so we're getting there. But you can see sometimes it still goes down. Again, I want to preface, we have not hit a big hand yet, so that's unlucky. I feel like we should have hit some. Yes, I do think we are ready for level 3, so next video will be level 3. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. When you're ready for the next video, I'll have it up on the screen when it's available. That way you can keep going through the playlist and keep watching. Thanks so much for watching.